Alrighty, folks, welcome to the 21st edition of the Rakeback. It's the blackjack for the house, or are we gonna get blacked? I don't fucking know, folks, but it's time to fucking gamble. Exciting fucking events throughout all this last week. We're gonna address all the controversy, all the fucking drama. We've got Daddy Jim, my dad, is here with us in the casino to ask the hard-hitting questions. You know, it's funny with me and Jim. Started out, I was grilling him about like a payment processor. Then we ended up doing some shows together, felting Ralph, felting others. Now it's gone full circle. It's like poetry, it rhymes. Now Jim's going to be grilling me about the payment processor. So let's see how it goes, folks.
That's right. I'm here with the tough questions tonight, boys.
Very
and I think the opening question that we should start with is, what made you both decide to handle this in the most retarded fucking manner possible?
Well, you know who you're dealing with, right? You're dealing with the retarded Phoenix and the fat retarded Canadian. So sometimes, Jim, you fuck up. And it is what it is. You fuck up. You try and learn from it. You try and do better. But yeah, you know, with the handling of this, hasn't been the very best.
No.
I tell you that.
Well, I've seen the revolt in your chat. I can see partially it's still going on. I'm sure some of it's astroturfing, but you get a lot of tomatoes.
Well,
and I saw that your Jannies had an uprising. Are you Jannyless tonight?
Yeah.
Well, the Jannies that I have in the first place, they're not anybody that was close to us to begin with. They're guys that I literally mod like 3 years ago just for fucking fun. And they barely ever fucking modded anyway. But yeah, they weren't happy either. The long-term fans aren't fucking happy with the direction of the show. And I'm willing to admit that. You know, some of them aren't happy. But yeah, that did happen. But it's not the first time we've had a chat revolt, and it probably won't be the last. That's
but it is the first time you've had a Janny revolt, though.
Well,
no, not actually. No.
I mean, Sargoy has refused to sweep it up for fucking years. I took away his broom momentarily. I gave it back because it's his destiny to sweep. But he's revolted in the past.
Has he?
Yeah, he always like I tell you, he keeps. Listen, Sargoy back in the day was one of the most ruthless janitors I'd ever seen back in the Cooking with Surfer days. Holy fuck, he just kept banning me. I said, Sargoy, why do you keep doing this? And he was like, I don't know, man. Like, they're just bastards. So
now, the reason I bring it up is we're unprotected tonight. The chat can say whatever they like. There's no Jannies there to sweep it.
There are no Jannies to sweep it up. Only us, Jim.
No, Andy, will you do me the favor?
Sure.
Because that chat's on slow mode. I want to see how fast they can throw tomatoes. Will you unslow mode that chat?
Well, I'll have to. Because
Andy, Ashton, can you unslow mode that chat?
Let's see.
And let the people speak tonight.
We'll unslow mode it, Jim. Let's see here. Where is it? See, I don't even really know how to fucking do this.
This is why you shouldn't have fired your Jannies.
Well, the Jannies don't really do anything, Jim. You know that. Fuck. Let me see here. I don't know. I actually don't know. You know, I'm not. Okay, there it is. Okay, here we go, Jim. Here we go.
Everyone,
you gotta remember, buddy, I used to just fucking stream with a fucking phone, brother.
They need the catharsis. They need the fuck. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go, chat.
There it is. It's blurry now.
There's so many.
Chat, can we see 2,500 tomatoes getting thrown at these fucks? Come on. I know there's some mad there. Let it out.
They're rattled, Jim. They're rattled.
Well, we do have a lot to talk about. There were some stuff I wanted to talk about. I have some clips too that I think will elucidate the conversation. I know that's a big word if you're a day drinker. How you doing, Ralph? I'm sure you're stream sniping right now. But you know, we'll get to it. But I guess it goes down to like one of two things. One's the personal, one's the professional. What do you boys want to start with?
It doesn't matter, man. Honestly, whatever you want to start with, we can deal with.
Anything's good, man. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's start with the professional because I think the power chat thing's the big thing.
Sure.
So I guess my introduction to what was kind of going on with that or what the concerns about that were through Twitter. Now there's an account that Ralph is convinced is a transsexual Antifa member that's hunting him down. I think VHS Archive. They had brought up information about Beardson doxing some of his donators through Power Chat. And then it got into a conversation about who owns that platform as a payment platform. You know, like who is the person behind that processor? Now, my, take on this was that it was Lou's, right?
Yeah, Lowell.
Yeah.
It was an IP2 thing that he did it himself, and that's not the case. And in fact, it's a lot worse than it looks, especially given the interview he gave about 3 days ago. So I kind of wanted to get into that. Like, were you warned? Because I know Godwinson did a video. I know other people have talked about this. Were you warned that there were issues that were potentially there with Power Chat and that was not a safe payment processor to use for donators?
No. How it started was when I was on D Live with Kyler.
Sure.
So he's friends with all the IP2 stuff. We covered all the IP2 stuff all the time. That's right after like the whole January 6th thing happened, and they removed our lemons, like anyone who was kind of edgy. So Lulz, he was streaming, and then it ended up releasing. It was called Lulz.tips.
Yeah,
right. So then we had access to it, and we used it ever since for like 2 years, and I think it turned into Power Chat about 6 months ago. From what my understanding was, and Ashton's understanding was, Lulz had a buddy, like a developer, who made this basically to have people not get banned for IP2 stuff or for whatever.
That developer, according to him, an interview he gave to RV Andy, I think it was 3 days ago. So that initial developer was Bake's close friend. That's the person that set the entire thing up.
The guy went by the name of Saint,
right?
And he was a developer, but yeah,
I hadn't even heard about that.
Right, and to be fair, he walked away because he thought that IP2 were too degenerate to provide financial services for. So maybe that's initially where some of the split came from. But so
a lot of the split also came because of what Baked was doing as well.
Yeah,
because he had an issue with Baked Alaska asking women to show their tits and shit like this. Yeah. So he wasn't on friendly terms with Baked since last year.
So Lou's puts up his payment thing. It's tips.win or whatever the fuck it is. He changes it to Power Chat. You guys use it. When did you first start hearing that there might be an issue with it? If you didn't hear about it at first, when did you first start hearing concerns about it?
That was when I think it was when Baked said something a few weeks ago or some shit where he said something along the lines of, "Oh, I own part of Power Chat," and I was like, "What?" Because I had never heard any of Baked owning Power Chat, and as soon as that happened, Ashton and I got into a call and we said, "Look, we can't fucking use Power Chat if Baked's involved." And there was also talks about Nick possibly taking a cut of the money or some shit. So that was when we instantly went, "Okay, look." From what we knew about Power Chat, it was this Saint dude, but he was so disenfranchised by America First and all this stuff. That's what we heard from some people from behind the scenes. Sure. The minute we heard Baked say that, it was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And we instantly took that off.
It was the same thing with Jaden, who was public enemy #1 of America First. Continued to use it after he left America First, and he was the treasurer of the America First Foundation. So if there was any risk, Jaden would have known. He kept using it. The reason that both him and us discontinued it is simply because it looked bad. It undercut the message, and I would like to apologize to anybody who felt like the message was undercut by our use of that service. But I think that everybody's information is safe. But I do understand a lot of people would be upset. They're like, this undercuts the message. This is associated with these guys. And I get that. And I think, to be honest with you, if I had to do it again, I wouldn't use it. I think it was a mistake. But I think everybody's information is safe. And I haven't seen any information that would prove to the otherwise.
I will answer. I will also bring up one thing. We talked about this last week, but I'll just bring it up because I'm sure you'll ask us. So what happens through Power Chat, just so people know how it works, you don't actually enter your information into Power Chat. There is like a thing where you can put your name and your message and all that stuff. That's what's entered into Power Chat, and it uses a piggyback system off off PayPal and all that to sort of like be like the middleman.
Yeah, it's
Now,
a backdoor.
yeah, it's the back door. Now the thing is, and I've said this before, is that when you use your PayPal, if it's a personal PayPal, there is a way, and this is like many donation services have this when they use that backdoor, is you receive an email from their PayPal saying blah 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 donated blah blah blah. So that's when Beardson, that's when this whole thing started. Like it was right, I think a few days before the big announcement that he owned Power Chat, was Beardson was pissed off at a donator, and he actually opened up the PayPal email and went, "Hey," whatever his name was, and then he said it like over and over and over. This is when people started saying, "Oh, does it get your a credit card information? Does it get your this, that, the other?" And the answer is no. There were people on Kiwi Farms, 2 people in particular, who really showed no evidence that it was Power Chat, but their cards were compromised. But I've been using it for 2 years now, and hundreds and hundreds of people have donated. I've asked many people, "Hey, is your card okay?" I was asking a bunch of people. No one's information had been leaked. So these 2 random people with no evidence said, "Oh yeah, all my information was released," but that is untrue.
Sure, and I can understand that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the confusion right now is what's the involvement, who's involved, how does this even work? How does Power Chat even work? Now, I know when Louis started this, they didn't make any money. That's not true anymore. Off Google Pay, it's now 10% fee coming off, 3% for Google, 7% for him. Now, he claims in his interview that 7% goes to development. But if Power Chat is charging 7% a fee between that transaction, where's that interception happening? Are they charging the person as a transaction happens so they get both ends of it? Or are they just charging you after you receive the money?
Well,
he doesn't go on to explain that.
I believe it's after you receive it.
Yeah, because so say you donate whatever, like $10 to me, the PayPal fee I get is
not PayPal, Google Pay.
Oh, that I'm not sure because
he's not doing PayPal yet. He said that they are planning on making money in the future, but Google right now that fee is 10%.
Oh, for Google, see, all I know is what we receive is a percentage of the total donation. So if you donate $100, go ahead, Ash.
I don't know if that's quite right. I mean,
that's literally what he said 3 days ago in an interview.
That's what he said. Okay.
See, from what
he said, 7.1% is going back into developers, which I guess leads me to this. I think maybe this would be good. This was one of my concerns. And I'm going to put it in the little sidebar,
sure.
little thing on the right. Hope to try not to show the link
okay, guys,
to the chat.
I'm gonna hide.
Oh, listen, it's Mission Impossible.
There's like this. Shows the link everywhere. So let me pop.
So I timestamped it. It should have the timestamp on it. It's only like a minute long from this section of the interview. But when we were talking about who's involved in this, who owns part of it, obviously Bake's friend was involved in the beginning, but this I found to be really fucking concerning.
Sure.
And this is what Luis said on interview himself.
1 second. I have to present. I made sure to hide the screen for now.
Sure.
Just so we don't get anything crazy happening here. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. If it shows by accident, I truly I'm sorry. This thing works really weird. So, all right, please be good. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. It didn't show the top there. It didn't show the bottom. Thank God. Okay.
Yeah, just let it play for a little bit, and then I'll tell you when to pause it.
Sure.
I should be able to hear this, right, when it plays?
Yep. Do you hear it?
So,
yep.
All right, perfect. All right, let's watch it.
What percentage of the Power Chat staff are groypers?
Like Like, who owns a percentage, or
Well,
like
just
developers?
like people on the team, people on the team. Would you say they're mostly all groypers?
That's a tough one. I think the developers are mostly groypers, and it saves us money.
Mhm.
However, everybody on the team is signed like an NDA, and they cannot disclose information to like literally anybody else, like without risking themselves being sued for
Okay, you want to
doing
pause
so.
it?
So
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you have?
So after Bake's friend leaves, this is where things get weird for me, right? So all the developers, I mean, that's what he's talking about. All the people developing this fucking thing on the back end are all groypers. These are American first people working on the back end of this. But don't worry, they've all signed NDAs. There's nothing to worry
It's
about.
very sketchy, yeah.
It seems super fucking suspect to me.
I
Earlier in this interview, when he's talking about Nick Fuentes and getting drunk and talking on stream about him and how they made up, he says, "Oh, I met with Nick Fuentes and we worked it out." But the weird thing is, Luis says, is I was going to meet with him anyway. I was meeting with Nick's developers and my developers. Well, what do these two guys develop? Well, Luis works on Power Chat. That's it. And Nick, the only fucking thing he's developing is Cozy TV. So it sounds like that was already a pre-planned business meeting. And those leaks that were, rumored to be going around about Nick wanting a cut or how things were going to be run. And now we find out that, Baked was involved at the very beginning. Luis won't tell how much of a stake. He won't say Baked owns 50%. It's less than that. But at the same time, he won't say who the majority owner is. During no time during this interview does he say, I own the majority. Or, this third party owns the majority of what this is. I mean, his plan is, and I don't blame him, man, is I want to make this super chatting thing and then sell it years from now and make some money. I mean, more power to him. But it seems like AF is balls deep in this fucking thing. They were balls deep when it was starting with Baked being involved initially and his friend developing it. And, it's weird that he'd say, they're all groypers. It saves us money. Why would hiring groypers save you money? I mean, what does that mean?
Because they do it for free, right? So when Saint does development on it, he doesn't expect a salary. Same thing when assistant Groyper developed, or not assistant Groyper, but what's his name, helped develop Cozy TV. He didn't draw a salary for that. These people believe that they're helping restore the soul of America, and they do it for free. So that's why it would save them money. At this point, there's no doubt that America First is balls deep involved in Power Chat. That's why we've abandoned using Power Chat as a service. The real question is whether or not people's info is at risk. And I don't believe that it is. I don't believe that they have access to user info that would be compromising on the back end based off the explanation I've had on how the API works. And my big question is, if stuff would be leaked, wouldn't it have been leaked by now?
Well, that's another interesting thing. So, I mean, here's one of the things I guess would be a counterpoint to that. Baked Alaska is going in for a federal plea deal on the 22nd, which is 3 days from now. We don't know exactly what details are a part of that. Luis on this stream says that Baked is going to sign a deal for 6 months in federal prison in Florida. Yep. That he's going to serve the entire thing at a minimum facility. Whatever. He calls him a pussy for taking the deal. Said he should have went to court. Whatever. But it's weird that Baked is up on federal charges for January 6th. Baked is directly involved with Power Chat. Bake's friends work on Power Chat. Groypers are working as developers for Power Chat. And what does Power Chat serve? Yeah, it serves IP2, but who gives a shit about, crackheads in the desert in an RV? What's the other major group that this serves? People that would donate to a show like yours, or people that are donating to, right-wing shows, which are the majority of what Cozy is, isn't it? So you've got right-wing oriented people donating money through Power
the question is whether or not Baked is selling the payment details to the feds as part of a plea deal, right? But it still just hasn't been proven that he has any access to that, or that anybody at Power Chat has access to those details. And until that occurs, for me, I am pretty much 100% convinced that everybody's details are safe.
Because remember, the only thing, if Power Chat is collecting info, if they are, it would only be whatever you manually input into actually Power Chat. The back door, all that stuff, that is very secure through PayPal and everything. That's just like the middleman. Right?
So I'd like to read a post on Kiwi Farms. It's from the Kino
you know
Casino.
it's always really reliable when you
I
start
know
a sentence that way.
100% reliable.
Sure.
Yeah, I know.
100% reliable. Yep.
This guy's gonna analyze the code line by line. Yeah.
So
let's
it's from
go.
a user, Smarty Pants. It's in the Kino Casino thread on page 238, post 4,755. I don't know about you guys, but from where I'm standing, the pay piggies are in big trouble. If you use PayPal to donate, yes, the user can obviously dox you by Power Chat. The way Power Chat is implemented in the example you'll find in the following link, it's probably very similar to the way PC was implemented it. Now, bear with me. And he shows a substitution for 3 lines of codes, right? And he says that by substituting 1 line of code for a console log and using the PayPal button in the example to make a payment of 1 cent, you'll find that your console, your full docs, name, email, billing address, phone number, you can find the console tab in the bottom right. Needless to say, all this information can easily be stored in a database by Power Chat. Now, I don't know the validity of that. I mean, this is something that just went up. I don't know how to code, but
listen, I don't
all
know
I see
how
is
to code either.
right. But
buddy.
all I see is Google Pay is now, Luis is implementing a percentage being taken from that, and now somebody's saying, well, if you just alter this 1 line of code, now we can store shit comfortably.
Right. I mean, this is
require,
a guy on Kiwi Farms. So let's saying that would
require Power Chat to somehow hack the person's actual password for that stuff. Yeah, so like there is no way that Power Chat can actually hack into someone's PayPal information or any of that shit. There is no way. There's but it's whatever.
They never communicate with PayPal
at all. Exactly. So the only thing that technically, if they were to sell any information out of feds, would potentially be if
what's
you
in the
were to
form.
put your real name in the form,
yeah,
or your real information. So that's how we see how it works.
I'm not saying that you guys have knowledge of this. I'm just saying that it looks really fucking shit.
It does. 100%.
No, I mean, of course it does. Well, there's a reason people are, getting upset. Yeah. But so far as I'm concerned, it hasn't been proven. We've got a guy who may or may not know how code works or how a fucking computer works or anything on Kiwi Farms saying, this is how it works.
Wait. To be fair, in a follow-up post, he said that he is the highest-ranking member of Geek Squad, so you can trust him.
Okay.
It's true.
We'll trust it. We'll trust it. But for me, it's I look at it more
PPP. These are good faith posts, okay?
I know,
so we need to take them as good faith posts.
I look at it as somebody trying to stir the pot and stir shit, and I get it. I did the same thing during New Project 2. The same thing is now happening to me. In a way, it is a level of karmic justice. But with both things, at the end of the day, I think it's a bit fucking overblown. Yeah. And everybody knows. Everybody wants to have fun. Everybody wants to shitpost. Everybody wants to start a drama. That's how it is. I know that. So I don't begrudge them, but I find it hard to take that post as gospel fact. Do you know?
And also, I'll say this, even besides, because from what I gather, there's no information being stolen or sold to feds, right? But even with that being said, you're right. The minute we heard Baked was on board, it was an instant call. Power Chat needs to fucking go. There's no way. I don't know what their plans are with it, but even if it is to make a profit, that's still, in my opinion, helping America first, which we don't want, obviously, because of our message.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is in the interview, Lewis is he thinks that you two are going to come crawling back on your hands and knees. I think he refers to you as bitches and says that you'll beg him to get back on the platform because you won't be able to use anything else.
No.
Well, I don't know. I'd sooner just not make money at that point than knowing what I know now.
So you'll never go back to Power Chat, no matter what?
Never. No, there's no way.
Never.
We will,
and neither is Jaden, and neither is anybody else.
We talked to everyone. Yeah, everyone. We know the info's not sold, but whatever the fuck they're planning with making a profit and using it to support America first, no. And Lowell's to say that, I mean, he has the right to say whatever the fuck he wants, but we will not be returning to Power Chat ever. It was never a consideration in the first place. after we removed it, right?
So
After
when
we-
all this was happening, why didn't you guys just talk to your chat about it? Because it seems like you kind of tried to play it
did.
off, or you
We
didn't want to
did.
address it.
We kind of did, but what ended up happening is I went more off on a tangent about Josh that came across as egotistical and insane. Then we did address it with the chat,
Yeah.
but then I turned it more so into a Josh thing.
Do you think what Josh said was fair?
I don't know if it was. I'd say, you know what, it's fair. You know what I would say?
Yeah.
His assessment is somewhat fair.
Yeah.
But where I was coming at it from was I'm trying to get under Josh's skin. I'm making a lot of statements that are very
How did that work
hyperbole.
out?
Josh did post a couple posts malding in the thread and stuff like that. But,
yeah, but Josh isn't getting pelted by tomatoes. So
Yeah,
I mean, how did that work out?
He's not getting pelted by the tomatoes. It didn't work as I wanted it to work. But my intention with that was, you know, in the past, I have been able to bother Josh and rattle his fucking cage. And I'd like to dance with Josh and try and rattle his fucking cage. And that's what I was doing.
But we
And
did
obviously
explain the power
come
chat
across
stuff.
well.
Like that was like Ashton's like banter over there.
Well, I mean, I think what
But-
people saw it as, at least this is my perception of it, is you built up a show kind of, focusing on grifting and bullshit, especially coming from like Fuentes or from Ralph and stuff, but you know, a good portion from Fuentes. And then it comes out that he, as we heard from Luis, Groypers are involved, Bake's involved, everybody's fucking involved in this. I think people felt like they wanted more than just 5 minutes or
That's
shitting on
fair.
Josh
That's
to talk about this, because how do you build a show up shitting on dudes and then use their payment processor to make money off your audience for shitting on them?
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
It's a fair criticism. Do you know? It's not out of left field. It's not fucking insane to say that.
Well, I think what really was sort of like why we brushed it off more than we should have was the accusation that we were working with feds. Like they literally said, hey, Ashton and Andy are working with feds, this and that, and they overblew it to something that's so ridiculous to us that it was almost like okay, like no.
Well, it's honestly ridiculous. Like it was just kind of like me giving a fuck you, which wasn't probably it wasn't the right way to go.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the reality.
Well, you were full of piss and vinegar about MB2, Chinese Mafia.
I sure was.
Good faith and all of that.
Was.
Josh clearly is still upset about it, which is understandable. So yeah, I mean, it is like you said, it is ironic to see this kind of happening now.
Yeah.
Now, if the old PPP, if this situation were reversed and it was Jim sitting with Andy as co-host, and the old PPP was coming in here, and I gave the explanations you did about Power Chat, what would the old PPP?
He wouldn't accept them, but the difference.
No, not that he wouldn't accept them. What would he say? What would he say in that situation?
He'd be like, "You motherfucker, you grifting piece of shit. You're working for the feds. Da 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 da. Here's this. Here's this." The thing is, I'm not the same person as I was fucking 2-3 years ago. A lot of things have changed with me, and I've embraced the grift. And, the Jim of 2014, 2015 would also say different things about the Jim of 2022 as well. So you can see how it is.
I think what Ashton is saying is he's grown as a person.
Well, I've changed.
That's very sweet of you. No,
I've changed. I was very immature back in the day, trolling, fucking trying to fuck up everybody's grift, everybody's fucking livelihood. But I'm now in that position where I'm grifting. It's my livelihood. And I realize there's really nothing wrong with making money online, and I think you came to the same fucking position over time, So there's a difference between me from 2-3 years ago and me from today. Again, I went through a lot in my personal life. I had a best friend of 4 years. It didn't work out with him. He called the police on me. I was in a quasi-homeless state, living off COVID bucks. I didn't want to fucking take the vaccine. I couldn't find fucking work. I ended up, like dead fucking broke in a cabin in the middle of the woods in winter, freezing. There was no insulation. I was fucking freezing, struggling. And it was in that cabin when you're that cold and you can't make it stop, and you have that personal betrayal in your life, and the guy is talking about your personal life and everything like that, I made a vow to myself I would never, ever let myself get to that position again. And one of the only opportunities available to me at that time, because I didn't want to take the vaccine and I couldn't get work from home, was to start grifting. And I knew Andy knew how to make money. And I called Andy up, and Andy helped me get started. He fucking got me equipment.
I sent him like all this money and stuff.
And when we did start to make money and everything, was going well, and I went to pay him back,
I said no.
He said no. He said don't,
Look,
but times change and people change. That's
Ashton,
my point on that.
Well, a big thing too to say about how he's changed. When we talked, obviously it was sketchy because Ashton has said probably the most vile things about me that any person on the internet has said besides Ralph. Like there are videos of Ashton like saying crazy.
I think I've said put a bullet in his head. I think I've said the same thing about Jim.
My family and shit. Yeah. But the thing was, I had just ended my show with Kyler. I always thought Ashton was funny, even though he was a little bit psychotic. And I thought, hey, a show with two who used to be enemies, And the more I talked to Ashton, we were like talking before the show even started. And I would say we became very friendly with each other. And you didn't seem like the Ashton you were before, definitely, 100%. And then we fired. Then I sent you all that money. I paid for the Fiverr chick for the intro. I got everything all ready. In all fairness to Ashton, again, he did go, well, after we made our first check, or like the first proper check, he went, Andy, here's the 1,000. And I went, no, listen, we're in this together. Let's fucking do it. So yeah, that's how that whole thing materialized. But Ashton was
I think this leads kind of into some of the other things. So let's talk about Godwinson.
Sure.
First off, can you say his name? Can you say Godwinson? Because the
chat
acts. No,
say his name. Say his name, motherfucker.
Can you say Godwinson?
Yeah, of course I can. The reason I didn't want to address it is because myself and Godwinson were such good friends, and me and him had said to each other, we're never going to say a bad word about each other. And I took that very seriously because of our friendship. And I never wanted to say a bad word about him or fight with him on the internet or anything like that. I just didn't want to have fucking drama with him. And my hope was if I ignored it, it would go away. But, I should have known better. I know how it fucking goes. I know how the playbook is. And I shouldn't have fucking done that. But I didn't want to fire back at Godwinson about stuff because in order to rebut some of what he's saying, I have to go into some of his personal life, and I don't want to reveal some of the details and stuff like that. I didn't want to fucking go into.
Well, speaking of that, I think one of the big criticisms of the video that you put out was the accusation you doxed him by putting up his PayPal information. Did you?
Well, so here's what happened. I wanted to make it very clear that it wasn't kayfabe, it wasn't whatever. He did take the money. Now, me and Andy got drunk as fuck. I'm sitting there, we're talking about the situation, and I'm like, did you ever see the video Coach put up about Godwinson? And he's like, no, I never did. So I put it on. He's like, shit, we should just throw this up because
I think it's funny, it's at least something until the interview with you.
And a lot of the points that Coach was making, I felt were relevant to the personal situation between me and him and whether or not he was going to come onto the show and things like this. So I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to throw that up. And I was like, well, how do I spice it up a little bit? I saw on
I passed out, as you saw in the video.
Well, yeah. So
I literally passed right out.
At the bottom of the 40-ounce bottle of vodka, fucking bunch of beers, bunch of ciders. You know what else?
Yeah.
So anyway, then I'm on that same Shitstream Archive channel. I see the video of talking about the hats, where Godwinson criticizes you for selling out and grifting and selling hats and all this shit.
Sure.
And I go, this is a video where Godwinson makes his position on grifting very, very clear, that all forms of monetization are wrong and that you shouldn't involve yourself in it. You're selling your soul. You're sending the wrong message to children at school to be e-celebs instead of doctors and lawyers. And this was his position. So I say, okay, I'll put that up. And then what I'll do is, because I'm going to throw up some DMs where he's asking me for the money, which contradicts his message in that video. And I want to put up the PayPal receipt showing that, in fact, yes, he really did take this money, because sometimes with what me and Godwinson do, it's hard to tell what's real, what's not, what's an exaggeration. The problem was I was drunk as fuck and didn't. Now, his name being out there, it's been out there for a long time. Even with his YouTube channels he's had in the past have been called like Adam Edge of the Multiverse, stuff like this.
Oh, you're doubling down.
Some sensitive there was some sensitive information that I didn't realize the extent of when I put that out. And because of that, I trimmed out that section initially when I learned. And then I said, you know what? It's just not appropriate to leave this up. This was a mistake. And I took it down. And that's the situation with that.
So the position is it was a drunk doxing.
Yeah.
It's like a drive-by drinking. Okay.
It is what it is.
It's like literally what happened.
But now you've said his name again on stream. So, I mean, now I'm in the awkward position because I don't want to do it. But now that it's been put out there, is that his name or is that just a title? Is the sensitive information you excluded the name? Is that why you took the video down? And if so, why would you say the name again on stream?
No, the name isn't what's sensitive. But I don't want to get in, like, you know what I mean? But that is his fucking name. He goes by it. He's gone by it for years. People have known that that's his name for years. So.
I had some channels with his name there.
Well, and not only that, but it's been leaked out and also all over the place.
But
it's
it was something
Farms,
else that
it's on Cow.
Yeah, it was something else that was part of that PayPal. But the intention
wasn't to dox him or whatever. My intention was just to make kind of a drunken shit post about him and kind of expose a bit of the hypocrisy. It wasn't supposed to be a serious video. It wasn't supposed to be me intimidating him. But I did make a mistake by doing that, and I own up to that.
So why hold back? It seems like Godwinson made a lot of claims in his video. So Godwinson made a lot of claims in his video. Are any of them true? Were you planning on firing Worski? Was Godwinson going to become a co-host on the show? What was the situation with, what is it, Persephone? Was he going to have a show with Godwinson? What's the story?
No, I mean, I give my perspective. I'll give my perspective from what I knew, okay? And then he'll talk about what actually happened behind the scenes. From what I gathered was that Godwinson had given Ashton the blessing to have the show with me, right? And he was like, oh, it's doing well and blah, 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 and all this stuff. But then I think it was probably 4 or 5 months into our show, so probably like last month or the month before that, was when Ashton pitched the idea of what if we got him as a third chair. And I was like, yeah, that sounds cool, right? And then that's all I knew. Like literally, I knew nothing else, but Ashton will not go on.
Yeah, so as Andy said, I mean, back in January, I basically I told Adam, I'm like, look, I don't want to do this, but I don't feel like I have any other options. I got to do this. I'm fucked. I got to start making some money. I want to do the show with Andy. And what he had said to me was, he's like, I absolutely understand that. You got to do what you got to do to survive, man. I give you, and I said, like, I'm not going to do it unless you tell me that it's all right. Because I really valued his opinion. I'm like, do you think that this is okay? He said, I think it is okay for you to do this and make some money. But he did say, he's like, I don't think you should do it with Worski. He'll fuck you on the money. Now, he was wrong about that, at least so far. Andy has always honored our commitments in terms of pay, and I've honored them with him, sort of thing.
Yes.
But Adam told me at that time, it was a couple episodes into the show, probably 2-3 weeks in. He said to me, I'm going to probably leave the internet for a long time. I'm probably never going to be back. I may interact with you. I may call you from time to time, and we may check in. We may hang out in real life in the future, things like this. But I've got this new, dream job. And it was a job that he was really excited for in a field that he had always been interested in. And he was working for somebody that was very important and very influential and a public figure. And I don't want to go into it too much. I sat down and I recorded a video yesterday, a couple days ago, going into more detail, but I don't think it's appropriate to do so. But this job he got, right? It was a new job, new prospects, new opportunities. So about 6 months later, I think it was June 2nd, he comes back online. and he gives me a call. And we start shooting the shit like we usually do. We're talking about what movies we've seen, what's going on in the world and policy. We're talking for hours. And I ask him about the job that, he's been doing. And he kind of just tells me a big fucking sob story about this job that he's doing that, it is really, it is, working for somebody influential, somebody important, but it's not what he thought it was going to be. That he's kind of being treated as like the office gopher, the office bitch boy. He's being told to fucking make this guy tea. He's being told to fucking make this guy sandwiches. This motherfucker is like requesting that Godwinson rub his fucking shoulders while he's working so he doesn't fall asleep. He's having fucking Godwinson. He's like, can you whistle calm down races just to keep my brain stimulated? So my fucking good friend sitting here having to rub this guy's shoulders, fucking whistling Dixie. He's saying, my time is not my own anymore. I wish I could fucking have the freedom to not have to do this schedule. I'm having to work a lot of fucking overtime. This guy's fucking bringing me in on my days off. And sometimes it seems like it's just to fucking embarrass me. Like, apparently he brought him in on the weekend and asked him to wash his fucking car for him. This is the sort of shit he was having to deal with. And one of the things that was really fucking heartbreaking for me to fucking hear, this public figure, they're supposed to go to a children's cancer hospital together. Him and this public figure are going to go to the children's cancer hospital.
I mean, I got to interrupt you a little bit here.
Yeah,
okay,
I know. I'm going on a long, long tangent.
No, it's not that. But it's like you understand, like, he's totally fucked now, right?
Well, I don't think he's totally fucked.
I do. I mean, you've given out his name. You've confirmed it. Now you've confirmed the kind of job he works in. And then you've given a specific event.
I mean,
you gave a specific event he went to with this guy. So now all anybody has to do is look up an event that's similar to that with a guy, his name, and now they know him. So why the fuck would you do that, man?
Listen, I just think it's important to provide some context to why I was considering working with him. And I think that the stories are important in a sense to bring that up. But I haven't mentioned in specific certain details that I think really would fuck him. I'm trying to leave those out of the story.
Oh, I think you've double ticked him at this point. I just wanted to know what, I guess, the start of the business relationship was. Okay, so I kind of understand how it's structured between you two. And, the Percept thing saying that he was going to, Andy, I think you brought that up, that he was going to do like a show with Godwinson. Was that something that was going to happen? I mean, it sounds like there was a negotiation to get him on the channel.
I mean, there was a negotiation. There was a negotiation.
Did that involve money?
It did involve money. I mean, what the ultimate agreement had become was I was going to pay him because he needed to quit this job and he needed assurances. I was going to pay him £2,000 a month to do the show, and whether or not he was going to be the third chair all the time or if he was going to be providing edited content. There was a lot of back and forth on that. But the agreement was I was going to pay him £2,000 a month. And I ended up paying him because I could only send $1,000 at a time was the limit. I sent him the first payment of that, which was like $800. And then the expectation would be that I would send continued payments each week in order to get him his rate. We were going into the show with Flamenco. That's when I thought it would be a great idea to bring him on board for the show.
Yeah, can I do an aside for that with the
real fast?
Go ahead, Andy.
Because you said I had no idea about this agreement, 0% like knowledge, and Ashton was literally taking it out of his pay, not mine at all. I literally had no idea. I had
all
no
those
idea.
all those workouts you've been doing help you get the muscle strength to throw his ass under the bus. I don't know this fucking man. I have nothing to do with this fucking man.
No, I'm saying that because you brought up a tweet that because what Ashton told me, and this is true, he told me that he had paid Godwinson to do a show with Persip and Squire, I think. Now that's why I had tweeted that 4 days ago. Now, the Ashton told me the truth like yesterday or the day before, and I'm just letting you know that I wasn't lying in my tweet. That's what I was.
No, well, it did end up turning into that. So the situation with Flamenco happens.
Well, actually,
And-
I've got two things. Now we'll get into the fun stuff. So,
all right.
You and Godwinson, would you say you were friendly before all this?
Well, of course.
Yeah, good friends. So, okay. So you just doxed his ass on stream. Now, Andy, going back to what we talked about with Power Chat, even if we don't know if Power Chat is routed through AF Groypers doing tech support and shit, like, I mean, we don't. So it could be clean. Luis might, be straight up on that. I don't know. I really don't. I don't code.
Yeah.
But you did bring up the point that, yeah, the end user, like what happened with Beardson, does get the information.
Mm.
So if I were in your audience right now and I found out one of the co-hosts just threw his friend under the bus and I'm a donator, how do I feel safe giving you my information through a donating platform, even if it's not Power Chat? If you're using, any other alternative, how do I know, like, who's handling the money? Am I safe? What if Ashton gets mad at me?
It's me. It's through my email. Or was until now, like, he's using Stream Elements because I was fucked 2 days ago. I know what you're saying, but in all fairness to Ashton, he was, again, drunk as fuck. He didn't mean to do that, and I don't think that he thought that story would connect Adam with anything.
Well, I know, but just from the audience's perspective.
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
if that was a friend getting fucked and I'm just a pay pig, right? I'm not your friend. How do I know I'm not the next, victim like Beardson? You know what I mean? Like, he threw that guy under the bus for no reason.
Look, we've gotten some of the craziest donos, horrific, saying the most horrific shit, and I would never, and Ashton would never. I think the reason Ashton's telling this story is it's a lot more deeper and personal, and it explains sort of like the overall story that he's trying to convey here. As per people who donate, we would never, I would never give someone's information, and I really think that Ashton wouldn't do that either.
And to be fair, I haven't seen that happen. I'm just asking it because it's related
it's
to the
fair.
fucking...
Well, I suppose it is a fair question.
It is fair.
Sure. I don't know. I tried to tell that story in a way that wouldn't fuck him over, but I don't know. I guess you're viewing it as it would fuck him over. I'm trying to leave things out. So it is what it is.
Oh, it's doing what it normally does. You'll have to resend the link in 10 minutes when it shuts.
Yeah.
To go into the flamenco thing. Okay. That was a disastrous stream. Yeah. I thought you guys had him on a silver platter and you were going to send his ass to the graveyard, and it was shit. Yeah. So, my question, I guess, from that is,
what happened?
Well, what happened?
Okay.
Because
sure.
There are a few questions. One, what happened? Because people had said that you held back. This is specifically to Andy, that you wouldn't show information or let people show information on stream.
Let me explain it. Well,
Well, you could say your part. So Ashton had phoned me. He had been on the phone with Godwinson and these guys all day. Hey, we have this all fucking set up or whatever. Sure. I was at the gym, and I was like, all right, cool. Like, sounds like a plan, dude. So I went in there more like I had no idea what was happening. Like almost zero clue, besides some basics of people calling Flam a pedophile. So I was caught completely off guard by like what was happening on that stream. And Ashton has more of a clearer picture of that.
So what happened was, me and Adam were discussing bringing him into the show, potentially me and him doing a show, potentially him even replacing Andy at a certain point once the show, me and Andy's show had reached kind of its natural conclusion. Mm-hmm. And I thought, this is a great opportunity. Some crazy shit's come out about flamenco. I'm being told we have all this evidence, all this sort of shit, and it's all being compiled in the drive. Me and Adam get on a call, and we try and convince Flamenco to do it because he doesn't want to do it. We're like, we're going to clear your name, brother. Don't you worry. Da-da-da-da. We scam him into doing the show. Totally scam him. He believed it. And the reality of it was all prepared for us, but we were just too fucking arrogant, way too overconfident, didn't look over the material that was provided, didn't have a firm enough grasp on all of this fucking shit. And one of the big mistakes was not bringing Andy into the planning as well and having Andy briefed on what was in the drive. And so because me and Adam were fucking way too arrogant, way too overconfident, thought it was just a slam dunk, we didn't give a fuck, and it went the way it did. It was a fucking disaster. But I don't fucking blame Andy for that because he wasn't adequately prepped either.
Well,
why was Persephone so? I think it was specifically him so dead set on saying that it was Andy's fuck up.
Listen,
can you explain that?
Because it's hard to admit when your heroes fuck up and fail. It's hard to admit that me and Adam were fucking way too arrogant coming into that stream, and we didn't fucking do it quite right. Than it is to blame fucking Andy, who he doesn't necessarily like, for it failing. That's I think the reason why. To be honest, and they were in denial and were telling me it went perfect, it went great, and Adam thought it went perfect and great as well. And I said, no, it's really not went as well as we thought. Now, you know, there was some moments where we got Flam pissed off. We were clearly fucking with him, but to me, that's not enough to justify, you know, the stream. To be honest.
But also, too, yeah, when I was being blamed for that, I was like, when people are like, why aren't you showing the evidence? I'm like, what fucking evidence? Send me a link. I'll put it on the screen. No one called me. There was even like me and Ashton had a little back and forth for like a minute. It was like only like 1 minute where Ashton was like, oh, you didn't back us. And I'm like, Ashton, I had no idea what I was walking into. And I'm not going to just like head onto like the stream and go, you're a pedophile, you know? And Godwinson was the one who was like, everyone's like, where's the evidence?
Listen,
you're a pedophile. Where's the evidence? You're a pedophile.
He brought it right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Are you a pedophile?
Yeah.
Yes or no? At that point, I followed his lead on it. And I honestly was like, basically, part of it copying his mannerism, shit like this.
Yeah.
I backed him to the hilt on that, and we just tried to steamroll the fucking guy, but it just didn't work.
So you lost to a 34-year-old autistic man that dresses up like a VTuber popping a cup.
It's tough, but he's having his own.
I just want to make sure I have this straight. No, you're telling me that Nicholas DiOrio and Augie did a better job than you and Godwinson.
Than me and Godwinson. But listen, that's why we didn't prepare, because on paper it's like this is Mike Tyson and fucking Muhammad Ali fighting a fucking disabled cripple. How can you lose? Somehow a disabled cripple felted us. What can I say? What can I say?
Okay, so just to sum up where we are right now, Parchat might have been compromised. We don't know. They might have information we don't know. You guys did stop using it. You're using something else. I do kind of think you doxed Godwinson. I think that was kind of a shitty thing. I do think that raises some issues about information. Your Jannies have left you. Why have your Jannies left you? What's the relationship with you and Persip and all the others right now? Are they still on your team? Because they don't seem to be. So is there a fallout behind the scenes? What's going on?
Well, I don't know, like the Janny, this or that. I mean, at the end of the day, with them, they were prepping some stuff for me. That role diminished a lot over the last 6 weeks anyway, before any of this really happened. Like for the last month, they hadn't been prepping anyway. And honest, it doesn't really come down to any of this drama as to why. They're just fucking burned out. A lot of the time for them, it's like, we've been doing this drama shit for years and fucking years. We're not drawing a paycheck out of this, and we're just kind of tired. And that's kind of where they've moved on. But so far as like, I think he had a spat with Andy on Twitter and that sort of thing. Yeah. That is what it is.
And I want to say one thing that Godwinson brought up that I want to bring to light.
Sure.
Over the last, I'd say, like a month and a half, so I was helping out with the show a lot, right? And Godwinson was saying, oh, Persip and Squire do more show prep than Andy. Now, the reason that is true currently right now, but the reason is Ashton and I had a talk, and the deal is still on, where I asked him, I'm like, look, the training is fucking brutal. Like, it's like literally, I got punched in the face probably like 50 times today. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking brutal. It's 5 hours of working out. I got to eat like just insane amounts of food that I don't want to eat. All that stuff. I'm not crying about it, but all I asked Ashton was, I said, hey, bro, do you mind if you focus on the show prep until after the fight? I'll help out with what I can if I find something interesting or a link or something.
Oh, fuck. Wait a second. I think the audio got screwed up. Did you hear that, Andy?
No.
I could have sworn I
No.
heard a bus going by. Were you throwing him under the
No,
bus
wait,
the
I'm
second
not.
time?
No, I'm not. No.
I look at you like
Holy
you're like,
shit.
oh, the show went to shit in the last 6
No,
weeks, but it went to
no.
shit because I put him in charge.
No. That's
Well,
not.
no,
That's
I
not what I'm
mean,
saying at all. No,
listen.
I'll say even from the starting of the show, Ashton
Here's-
has been the fucking brainchild of the content. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the reason
Here,
I
let me
stopped
just
helping.
explain it. I mean, look, me and Person Squad did do most of the fucking
Sure,
prep
yes.
on the show. Andy contributes here and there, but the expectation really, at least for the last 4 or 5, has not really been for Andy to be prepping shows. And Andy said to me when he got this deal with the fight purse that he would give me, because we've been doing more of the prep, that he would give me half of it. And I said to Andy, that's fucking insane.
He did, yeah.
You don't give me half of the fucking purse.
And it's a big
This
purse.
is your health. Your health is your wealth. You might get fucked up substantially. And I said, look, I'll take a small percentage out of it to compensate for the extra work I was doing. But Andy's like, no, I want you to have 50%. We're 50% partners on everything.
And once
And
I'm
that is a
paid,
very generous thing of him to do.
and once
okay,
I'm paid after
well,
the
let's-
fight,
can-
I'm gonna
can we,
keep half of it. Yeah.
Yeah, can we hold it right here? You want to start a new Google thing because this is about
Yeah.
to die. Give me a
Sure,
10-minute
sure.
setup. I'll just pop out. Just send me the DM and I'll pop back in. Okay?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Alrighty. Sorry, everyone. I thought I was on my other profile there. One sec. Let me switch to this. I think this one I have unlimited. I was on the wrong email. Okay. Sent to Ashton. Okay, just let them 1 sec for them to join. Delete that. All right.
Hey.
And we are back. And I switched the email, so it should be an unlimited call now.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Am I coming in? You hearing me?
Yep, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear us? Okay, cool.
All right.
So yeah, so the reason I did step away from the show, from the prep, that is true. I did offer him 50%, but he like Ashton phoned me 3 or 4 times over the last month and went, I can't take 50%, but the deal still stands. I'm a man of honor when it comes to all that stuff and business deals. That once I'm paid after the fight, he will get 50% minus the few thousand for the training, which is like I'm showing him the bills and everything and blah blah blah. He's coming with me to the UK, and I will and I'll give him half of whatever I make, no matter what it is. And he's been very supportive of me doing like the whole fight shit. So that was why I stepped away for like about a month and a half so far. But now I'm back into helping and all that stuff while training.
Let me ask you a follow-up question to your training thing. So do you think your response to a lot of the shit that's been going on for like the last 2 or 3 weeks, because there's been a lot coming in. I know Ralph is jiggling his tits in anticipation of trying to fuck you over. You got the Power Chat shit, the Godwinson stuff, the Flamenco stuff. It's been kind of a hit after hit, lots of tomatoes. Yeah. Do you think your response has been limited due to contractual obligation on how you respond to things to keep this fight going on?
Yeah, I can't go, like, I told Ashton this. I can't go all in the way I really want to on certain things. Ashton knows the words I can't say. And he knows, like, I have to be like a really good boy. You know what I mean? I'll make jokes here and there, like you've seen on Twitter and shit. But I have to be very limited on what I say and who I interact with, especially until the fight.
Even beyond, like, just responding to the recent drama, but just kind of in general?
In general, yes, 100%.
So,
yeah.
I mean, as crazy as this is, do you think Ralph was right when he said no to Keemstar? He was like, if I can't say this, if I can't do this.
No, I think the shows that me and Ashton do, like, I love doing the show. I've been having a lot of fucking fun with the shows. As of late, I laugh a lot. People go, oh, fake laugh, fake laugh. No, it's real laugh because I think Ashton's one of the funniest people on the internet. Like, he's fucking hilarious when he's on fire. And not saying the N-word and F-slur or you know, it's
or
not,
certain types of, I guess, topics. But I mean, I think one of the complaints was not
oh
that like Andy fakes laughs, but like you've talked about the fight a lot, and people have been
oh yeah.
complaining about the show, I guess, quality over the last couple of weeks. And you've been training for a couple of weeks, and this is coming up. Do you think Ralph had a point in that? That like, oh shit, it's gonna fuck my show if I can't respond how I want to respond?
No, because I keep the fight and training talk very like to a minimal. When it started, when it was like just announced, I was super excited and I was talking about it way more. But I limited that. But the fighting and what back
Did it?
on. Yeah,
Did it
but
drop the stream?
it happens for a second. We should be back. Yeah, we're back. We're back.
Oh, okay.
No, I love what I'm doing right now. It's exciting. Me and Ashton have an experience that not many people have the chance to experience. And I get what Ralph's saying. Oh, I want to talk about this or that. For me, honestly, dude, I'm not even big into like talking about certain topics, or I cannot say the N word or F slur. And some people have been upset, but most people have been very supportive and they're excited to watch the fight. Even people who hate me, they want to see me get my ass kicked. People who like me want, and it's something different, I think, for the sphere and community, especially considering there's been so much fight talk. Now I'm actually going to be fighting on a huge platform, and I think it's something to shake up the show as well. And yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. Where do I want to go with this? Okay. So, Godwinson drops his video. He says what he says. You guys put up the response. It's a drunk one. So you pulled it down because you felt it was the wrong response and you kind of fucked up with it. Now, Godwinson isn't the only one that's going around saying a lot of shit right now. Some of the stuff I want to get into, Surfer has made some appearances and said some stuff. I guess this is particularly to PPP. Let me phrase this right, because I know Ralph is stream sniping. So let me phrase this question perfectly for his fat day drinking ass. So, like Ethan, Ralph has been accused of raping a woman. Alice had said that she had got him drunk and then face fucked her while she was unconscious. I believe it was Surfer who had said that you had a situation in college where you were accused of rape, and it was related to somebody named Jory. Is there anything to that? What's the story?
I had addressed this 4 years ago in a video called #MeToo, #Truth. It's on my BitChute. We could play it, but if you go to my BitChute channel, People's Populist Press, this video I put out is one of the first videos I put out in late 2018 when all the Me Too stuff was going around. And essentially what happened, and my story hasn't changed from then, this is something I'm not ashamed of. This is something I had told a lot of people. Like, I had told this story on stream before, so it's surprising that Surfer thinks that this is some sort of big own. But yes, when I was in college in 2016, I was a fucking edgelord, pole-tard, and I was fucking DMing a girl on Facebook, and I DM'd her some memes and some jokes that she didn't like, and she took it to the fucking college, and I was suspended for a semester because of some edgy comments that I had made. But it wasn't a fucking rape. It was to say that a lot of times with women, they get preferential treatment in college or other institutions, and you're just not going to be believed that you're kidding about certain stuff. So that's what happened with that. So far as the guy named Jory is concerned, he was a friend of mine that was kind of a troll guy. And he said to her, it would be funny if you reported him about this. And that's what happened. But it was 6 fucking years ago that this happened. And I don't know why that guy deserves to have motherfuckers come at him now about that. So that's what happened with that. And you can go back and watch my video from 4 years ago.
So why do you think Surfer has made appearances like this and brought stuff up? I get that you guys had a falling out, but why has it continued past that? What's the story? I
don't know. I think it's mental illness. I think we were so close as friends to the point where people now assume that we must have been gay lovers or something. With the way that he reacts, I mean, he obsesses about me. When he does Bible study, I'm every bad character in the Bible. When he does any stream, Bible related, regardless, the topic is always seems to come around to me and how I was a motherfucker and this story, that story, the other story. But the thing is, if I was such a motherfucker, why was I your best friend for 4 years? And I understand there's bad feelings, and I said some shit about Surfer that I regret saying at the time when we had the breakup because I was emotional. But since that time, I've tried my best, aside from the odd little joke here or there that we're gay or that he scrubbed my shit off the toilet. I've tried my best to avoid it because me and him know each other's families. We know where they, like, we know a lot about each other to the point where it doesn't make sense for me to fight with this guy. And I don't know why he wants to fight with me so badly. I think it's insane, to tell you the truth.
Was there... So with the initial breakup, as emotional as it was, I mean, cops got called, right, to the apartment. Who called the cops?
Surfer called the cops.
So why did Surfer call the cops?
He called the cops because he thought things were going to get violent, but they never got violent.
Why did he think they'd get violent?
Well, in the past, me and him had fights when we were drunk or we were angry at each other, but nobody ever got hurt. And a lot of guys that have lived with another guy have had similar fucking experiences. That's not insane. And we had reconciled those experiences in the past.
Was he asking for it, Ashton? Is that what you're telling me?
Listen, there are some things that you just shouldn't say to another fucking person when you're like right up close to them, especially when the motherfucker is like 400 pounds, okay? Like, it is what it is, folks. It is what it is.
So you have a close relationship with Surfer, a bit emotional. You get into lovers' spats. Was there any gay relationship? Any drunk?
Listen, I wish, but there was no gay relationship. It's funny to say that there fucking was, especially when, you know, he's crying, you know, videos, I miss him, or I'm doing the same fucking thing. But listen, we were just really, really close friends. We shared the same worldview, the same perspective on things. It's a real shame the way things went down. I regret the way that things went down. There are ways that I could have handled it better. But at a certain point, we have to let this go and fucking move on with our lives.
I get it. I mean, but Chad is asking a reasonable question, I think. They want to know, when you were topping Surfer, did you spit in his mouth or kiss him?
Well, I would fucking... Sometimes you go to the neck, you know? You go to the neck, you mark your territory, you give him a hickey, then you pull on the hair, but then you dial it back. You gently kiss the back of his head. You whisper sweet nothings. It's all going to be okay, my son. The ethno state will come any day now. Don't you worry. We're going to win, okay? And Daddy Jim's going to lead us, and it's going to be Gamergate 3, okay? That's what I would whisper to him as we fucked. Yeah.
Now, okay. How do you come back from this? It seems like there's a lot of shit going on. What's your plan for coming back from this? Because I feel like you've taken damage. I think some of it's fucking astroturfed. I mean, I guarantee you, Ralph, right now, tits are jiggling as he's
excited.
As he sniffs something more, akin to the poop he usually digs out. He's very happy today. But how do you come back from it? And can you come back from it?
I just think the bottom line is you got to put out entertaining shows and, respond to some of the criticism of chat. Some criticism is that we pause too much. Some criticism is that, there's too much America First, too much Ralph content, and they want more variety. And we're going to try and address the criticisms that chat have that are valid and constructive, and continue to put on shows and continue to entertain people. And that's all you really can do. And going forward, play cards closer to the fucking chest, have less people involved in the operation.
Let me ask you a question. This one comes from, I'm guessing this is Surfer, that was tweeted at me. It's a straightforward question. If PPP took down the Godwinson's video because he felt bad about drunkenly doxing him, why is the video of me giving my address to the police up until this day?
Well, to be honest with you, that was Surfer's decision to fucking call the police, and he has to live with it. But the video is up because people need to know what fucking happened. Perhaps I'll put it up with that censored out now. Maybe that's something I should do, but I haven't thought about that in a long fucking time. And a lot of the bad actors out there already have that. That's a fucking shame. I put up that video when I was very emotional and probably seeking revenge. But he's also done a lot of things very emotional to seek revenge and motherfuck me. So it is what it is. Perhaps I'll take it down and edit out that part. But you also realize my full name is in there as well. So I didn't edit anything. And if I had, maybe people would be like, well, what has he edited out? What the fuck? So that's why.
And I want to say, to answer your question, Jim, like I really love doing this show. I know this has done damage to our show, but there is still a very a large majority of people who love it, and we like doing it. Now I've been through this, as you know, fucking a million times. Okay, the amount of shows and all that shit, and sincerely, doing the show with Ashton has been like this show in particular is the most fun and like most wild show I've ever been a part of, and I'm willing to take some hate to keep doing it. Like I told Ashton, I'm on this ship until it sinks with you, bud, because really, like, what, we're gonna start our own shows now to, like, you know, all that, or we truck through and we learn from our mistakes. And for anyone out there, honestly, like sincerely, if you're disappointed in anything that you've heard today or any of the, I'm sorry, and we're gonna try to be better. But we're gonna keep doing this show, and it's unfortunate all this happened, but it's the nature of the beast, and I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I do have a few follow-up questions. Is there a retard bell?
There sure is. Sure,
And
buddy.
Ashton, do you ring it when Andy won't shut the fuck up?
No, yeah, he should.
I
He
do
does. He
sometimes.
does.
What I'm going to start to have to do is when it's excessive pausing, like the pause just to laugh or to go, holy, then I'm going to have to start to fucking ring it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been ringing it for me.
Now, one of the other things too that came, I could give a shit about, but I mean, I did see it brought up, and as long as we're talking, are there fake donations? You can do test donations. A lot of people are saying, "Oh my God, these are fake donations coming in."
I swear, hand to Christ, I swear, not one fake donation, not one.
No.
Like
All
literally,
legit on the level.
I swear, yeah.
Huh?
All legit on the level, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
100%. These people are very supportive. They're amazing, and I thank them very thoroughly. And some people donate a lot, and I'm very appreciative, and it really helps the show keep going. We've never faked one donation ever.
Okay. Have you seen a hit in your donation since this Power Chat started?
No.
So it's been a consistent amount of support, even with the fallout.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And you think it'll be the same going forward?
Yeah, I think as long as, you know, we're honest, and not talking about this earlier was a mistake. I agree with that completely. But as long as we're honest and put on good shows and we're consistent with them, and we promise that, especially after the whole fight thing, we're going to be doing like other things as well. And we hope people can continue to support, and we'll continue to put out content. You know, and
I think the bottom line, as long as you continue to be entertaining and deliver what people want to see, you'll make money. If you're not entertaining and you fucking suck, you won't. And that's what I think the bottom line is on.
Well, now, you know, one of the interesting things I think in comparison, you look like Matt Jarbo and Ralph, right? It's like when Matt fucked up, he apologized. When Ralph fucks up, he doesn't apologize, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, are you two willing to say that you're felted fuckboys and you made a mistake with how you handled the situation?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm that, but I will.
You won't tell the audience as a show of contrition that you're felted fuckboys?
You might be my internet daddy, but you're not my BDSM daddy, okay?
I don't know. Is chat demanding it? You've got 3,700 people watching.
No.
Are
If chat's demanding it, I'll have to do it.
Andy, put a poll up and see if chat wants you to say that as an apology.
They will want that. They will want it, Jim, but it's too bad for them. It's too bad for them.
I will say we were felted.
We were felted.
But I'm not going to be
we made a mistake.
I'm not going to be a bitch.
You know, but I'm not your fucking personal asshole slave, Daddy Jim.
I'm not asking for it. Your chat is. Look at them.
They're demanding it. What can we do?
These are the people that financially support you and lift you up to heights of success. They
I
want to hear
know.
you say, "I fucked
I
up.
know.
I'm a felted fuckboy."
I'm sure they did.
I think
I'm
they would
sure
be.
they do.
I think they would be more embarrassed if we did say it than if we didn't. To be completely honest with you, Jim. But nice try, dude.
Or at least put the poll up. I'm curious what the percentage of chat thinks.
All right. I'll put the poll up for you,
Okay,
Jim.
put the
But
poll.
Just ask them: Are we?
I'll give
are
you
we
that. I'll
felted
give.
fuckboys? Yes or no? Put that chat up, or as the poll.
All right, hold on. For you, Jim, just because you were my hero in Gamergate.
Oh, yeah, Gamergate leading the way into a new fucking revolution. Yeah.
This time, Jim. This time we'll get the feminists. This time. All right, there you go, Jim. There you go.
There you go, chat.
Okay,
Feel free.
99%. I already
Damn,
know.
99% felted.
Oh,
Fuck.
no.
Oh, let me see. There we are. Now, are you going to leave that one up, or is this live chat replay mysteriously going to disappear?
Well, the thing with the live chat replays is the reason that the ones that have been down are down is because when you get like a music notification, so for instance, on the one that was recently down with Andy Dick, I got claimed, no fucking word of a lie, for 10 seconds of Raspberry Beret in the background of Andy Dick's fucking RV. I had to mute that section. And when you do that, it fucks with the chat replay and takes it down. But it wasn't manually disabled. And yes, this chat replay will stay up as long as that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
And that poll result will stay up. We're going to let that run for a little while.
Well, I mean, it's already overwhelming that we got felted, Jim. So it can only really improve from here. We might make a comeback. You never know. So
I'm not saying you're down. I'm not saying you're down and out. I just, like I said, I was coming on to ask the hard questions.
Well, you did. I think you have asked some hard questions. Yeah. You got me in a couple of corners. You scored some blows for sure. You did a great job, Jim.
Well, I think the power chat thing really fucks me up. Not particularly on YouTube. I mean, I think it was a mistake to use it. If you did know ahead of time, that's fucked up.
No.
But I would worry about Ralph's audience, or I would worry about Nick Fuentes' audience. When you've got people making federal plea deals and using power chat, and that information might be intercepted, you would be a pretty big fucking retard to use it. In case anybody's stream sniping their audience might hear that. I don't know.
Well,
but I'm just putting that out.
That's the one thing that's such a contradiction about it is it's such a scandal to use this because it's going, but they're using it all. All of them are using it. So it's kind of a silly. It's kind of a silly line of attack from them because it's what they use to survive. So I don't know.
I know it's weird, right? You'd think that they would address it. How do they address it? But I'm sure they've got some excuse. I know that they're doing a subscription model. Luis was talking about it. I wonder if that's going to be implemented like some kind of drop shipping thing or some like retail arbitrage where you make it look like you're doing it, but really you're backed by somebody else. It's obfuscated. So I wonder if Dick Masterson with his new NP2P2 double boogaloo is going to use power chat to make this happen. Like if that's going to be the back end shit of it.
I didn't know about that because when Fuentes made a post on one of his alternate Twitter accounts about or when Dick made a post about new project 2 or 3 or whatever the fuck it is, Fuentes had liked that comment on his alt account. So I wondered, is there going to be some sort of integration between those two?
He probably liked it because his fucking employees are all the developers for the goddamn power chat.
Well, that's what I might be saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know in particular.
Okay. Well, I've asked my questions that I wanted to ask. People sent a few in. I got my answers. Where you boys go from here, we'll see. Do you think Godwinson's going to continue his line of attack? Will you have Godwinson on to have a discussion with him about this?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I have no fucking clue what's going through his head right now. I wish it didn't happen the way it's happened between me and him. We were good friends. I know you've always said no internet friends, but we had interacted in real life and stuff like that. And I don't know. I just felt, stabbed in the back a bit by him. And, it's just a shame it's happened. But I don't know. Whatever he wants to do is that's his business.
And what about Surfer? Would you do a stream with Surfer to talk it out?
No, there's
that
just
bridge is burnt.
there's just no value in that, because all that's going to happen is going after each other in such a way that it's just destructive to the two of us, and I have no interest in that. Which is why I try and not engage with him, because I don't even think that he realizes the damage he's doing to his own life and to his own family with some of the stories that he tells. You know, and sometimes he just gets drunk and says shit. Like, I heard him the other day say that he slept with an underage girl and shit. Like he needs to fucking chill the fuck out.
Jeez.
He's
Nice.
got to chill out. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe one day, years from now, me and him will fucking reconcile. But every day attacking each other, or him attacking me, like, it's not going to reconcile that way. I wish I could be friends with him again. But when one guy keeps talking shit, bringing up details from your past, a few things are true, a lot of things are lies, but a lot of things are something with a seed of truth that's twisted into a whole different fucking story. And there's a lot of stories I can tell about him that I just don't have interest in, because it hurts him and it hurts his family. I just don't want to deal with that. So that's why I don't interact with him.
Oh, okay. I guess my last two questions in relation to Surfer. That's so fucking stupid, but I hear it go back and forth. Did you get vaxxed to the max, PPP? Because
No.
that's one of his claims. Okay. And then what is with the high heel collection?
Okay, I don't know where he came up with this from, but even if it was true, who gives a fuck? Even you, you have a foot fetish, Jim. Like, who gives a fuck? It's retarded.
Yeah, but he's saying that you have like a personalized high heel collection.
Where are the pictures of this collection? Like, we lived together for. And here's the thing: where did I store it? I lived on the fucking couch. Where did I store the collection of heels? We filmed the whole apartment a million fucking times from every different direction during Cooking with Surfer. Where's the collection of high heels? That's just one that he's made up out of fucking thin air. That's one that's
I
just
was at
like,
his
okay.
house this weekend, and I can.
Here's
confirm-
another one. Listen, here's another one that he brings up. He talks about Ben. Yeah, when I was 8 years old, I had a sleepover, and my buddy grabbed my tit. 10 years later, 10 years later, he comes out as gay. So I tell the story. I've told the story on stream a million times. Like, that turns into there were gay lovers, da-da-da-da. It's like, listen, man, if I was gay lovers with him, there's no doubt I was gay with you. And then that leaves some uncomfortable questions. But that's another story where it's like, who even really gives a fuck?
I know, but I mean, when you put them all together, like Surfer paints this picture of you running around getting your tits grabbed in high heels and being emotional with men. Is that how you're able to suss out Nick Fuentes? Is it like gaydar?
It's the gaydar, Daddy Jim.
Is that what's going on?
That's straight up what's going on, my brother.
You were the
All
real
right, boys.
sussy squad.
Well, I think we did. I think we did. And like, I got to ask the questions I want. I don't know how satisfied Chad is. Let's see what that poll's sitting at. Are we felted fuckboys sitting at 82%?
Well, we got
3,000
we got 18% though. We got the 18% loyalists who were with us even during the darkest hour of the casino. So,
and it's just sad. So, do you think? I guess my last question to you is this: if you had a fucking time machine to go back and you just address the fucking thing, would you just do that?
Yeah. I even said this in a drunken stupor. I was like, we should have just talked about it. But that's the risk of the online, like, or the live shows, right? It's hard to react to things, certain, and you really learn the hard way. And yeah, we're sorry, guys. We didn't just talk about it immediately. We should have, but yeah.
And I guess I have like a PPS question. So, like, following up on that, how does it feel now to have, to probably be the only two people right now, at least at this moment, who Flamenco can shit talk for fucking up taking him down?
I don't know. Flamenco's got enough of his own problems to be talking any sort of shit.
I know, but you didn't close the deal. So Flamenco showed up and he's like, "Hey, eat my shit." Like, oh, how is that?
Well,
like, what's your reaction?
Maybe we'll be dealing with Flamenco later on this week.
Is there a Flamenco special coming up?
Yeah, there is. There is a Flamenco special coming up. The redemption. Whoa, this time I'm actually going to play the clip.
Leave them kids alone.
I mean, well, Jim, what's your opinion on Flamenco? Has he disappointed you? Has the Golden Boy let you down?
So I think when the hentai leaks came out, I thought it was more humorous than anything. Mm-hmm. And then when the pedo Steam group shit came out, I was like, that looks really fucking bad. So I looked at it as they were talking about it, and it was the German guy who was in one group with him, who was in another group with a bunch of people that had like kid pictures, and they're switching them around. I don't know. There's a lot of smoke there, man. And it's hard for me to ignore that and be like, oh, well, that's just got to be a fucking coincidence. Like if you're in a situation where horny hackers attack you, which is such a bullshit, excuse, and you have all your porn history leak, and then people start looking through it and they're like, there's some fucked up shit in here, man. How do you leave that open then to have your other porn profiles picked apart and your Steam? Like it's at the point where I'm like, is he just really fucking stupid, or is there something really wrong with him? Because you would think, like, if somebody was a legit pedophile, they would be like running out of those Steam groups, right? Like he'd be like, holy shit, the whole fucking internet's going to be looking at me. I need to get the fuck out of here.
And then it's the associations too, Mr. Girl, Vito, Tox, the allegations of the Jannies and the Discord. And there's just so many things that on their own, okay, that's not compelling, but
altogether look terrible.
And it's just that I honestly was a lazy cunt that day. Didn't put the pieces together because I just thought, well, me and Godwinson are going to steamroll this fucking retard. And, sometimes it's like a Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson. It happens. You fucking get complacent and lazy, and then you get fucked.
I'll answer one question from someone who added me. So someone's like, three quarters way through the Flamenco stream, Andy, we sent you more evidence. Did you see what was happening during that stream? Did you think I could handle what was going on with the @ replies and shit? Like, it was kind of hard to even know what was happening at a certain point. But a lot crazier shit has happened since then. Right, Ashton?
There's a lot of crazy shit that's fucking happened.
And maybe when if it's organized properly, then we fire off. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Well, yeah, like I said, I just don't get Flamenco. I don't understand. It's so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird, and there's just so much weird shit there. I saw the Augie video where he did like Augie's out there writing manifestos and shit on this guy at this point because of the fucking shit that he's doing.
And Augie liked him a lot and was like,
he treated him like a little retarded brother, like he was it's a Big Brother program and he was the sped in the group, you know what I mean? But like I don't know what the fuck the guy's issue is. I like that, Ralph. It's weird, I want to bring it back because I know he's stream sniping, and so I just like to nudge him a little bit. Ralph was talking about like association with people. Oh, you guys, because you've streamed with him, I've streamed with him. Oh, it's terrible, Flamenco, the pedophile. But Ralph, you worked with the guy, and he's still platformed on Nick Fuentes' platform. He's making money. Nick Fuentes is getting this guy paid.
Well, if anybody can be blamed for the existence of Flamenco, it's Ralph. It's not you.
But I'd like to take it a notch further. When are you guys going to do a special on Lane Davis?
Lane Davis?
Isn't that his name? Wasn't that the guy that worked with Ralph who murdered his family?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I was asked
Ralph,
about that.
Yeah, did Ralph forget about that? The business associate who did Ralph feed into his delusions? Because it seemed like Ralph was joking in those articles about Lane being crazy and thinking these things, and then, he went and murdered his family. Ralph, your business associate who wrote for you. It's weird, Ralph, how so many criminals work with you. It's what was Big Tech? Didn't he have like assault on women and children?
His kid, yeah.
Cruelty to a child? It's like a charge I've never even heard of.
It was a charge that was so unique that it's like there's even lawyers were like, what the fuck does this mean?
I don't know, but that's the sort of crew that they have over there. But again, remember, Fuentes says criminals are based.
They must be based. I guess that's how I'm ending this then. Is I hope you guys do a special on Lane Davis because I know he likes stream sniping you. I think it would be fucking educational and entertaining for the audience.
Lane Davis.
It
I'll
may
write
very
that.
well be.
I'll
You
write
know,
that
you
on
could,
here.
you know, he's at a prison you can write to. Maybe he has some things to say about the relationships with Ralph and what was going on behind the scenes. Maybe
Yeah.
there's something we don't know. Maybe a journalist needs to reach out and just, you know, for the show's sake, and ask Lane Davis, what was your relationship with Ralph like? I don't know. Be interesting.
That's an interesting one, and that is on the books for sure.
The
dude.
Ralph lore.
The Ralph lore, the deep lore.
You know, I thought I was the fucking master of that, but Jim remembered something I fucking forgot. Holy
Well,
shit.
remember, boys, as bad as it may get, remember, you've never worked with somebody that murdered their family like Ralph has. And with that, with that, I'm going to
That's a
tip. All right.
positive. All right,
Yeah.
Jim. Well, we appreciate you coming on.
You're easy, Jim. Well, and I want to also say this. Like I mentioned it briefly, but hang on. Where the I have to do this. At like when I was thinking about us doing the show and like, you know, look, you know, and we have to keep doing it. I genuinely love this show so much. You know, I've restarted shows a million times when they get boring, this, that, the other. You know, you even had some temptations about possibly like, hey, maybe I'll move on or whatever. But ultimately, I think that Ashton and I, we just get along so fucking well. And we love doing it. And look,
and when we were hanging out in real life, and that's the thing, is it's like, yeah, there was some stuff where I was thinking of getting rid of it, but me and Andy sat down and we had some beers and we squashed the beef, you know, and any drama that was around it. Well, and now we're a unified front going forward.
Well, what I told Ashton was, I go, look, I get it. I've been in this sphere like for a long, long time. I get the fucking temptations. Someone reaches out to you, you're like, ooh, that would be even better, right? And if you had dropped me and I would have to do my own thing, that's what I would have to do. I wouldn't leak anything about you. I'd make sure that you get paid what you're owed, and we just move on, right? And I would understand. But ultimately, I think that you and that get along really well. We're basically gay with each other. Kidding. Yeah, Saturday.
Love that, Andy, there. We were going to town.
Bros. Fuck. But guys, we want to thank you so much. And, you know, I will say one thing. Well, you know, there's a few things that we talked about. Not addressing it was unfair to the audience. 100%. I think we were just so over fucking whelmed. You know, it was like all of a sudden, and then we had a show. And it was like, do we address this? Will it amplify it? Half this shit is bullshit or exaggerations or nothing burgers. But some things, and we thought in our mind too, oh, we already explained the power chat, which is probably the craziest allegation that we're like working with feds. So our mindset was like, do we address this? You know, ultimately we should have, definitely. And if we ever get into a sticky situation like this again, we'll fire up a stream immediately and we'll talk about it. You know, I think that's fair, right, Ashton?
No, I think that's fair. We have some super chats that have come through.
Hell yeah.
So let's get through those.